Okay, so it's Anthony with Signature again. I'm on the exterior of Brooke's roof. You can see Brooke is down at the ground as we complete this inspection. So this is just a standard 3-tab shingle, and just keep in mind the underlayment on this type of shingle is just a standard 15-pound roof felt. Right? When we go to the eaves, we're able to determine that there is no drip edge. So you're just going to have 15-pound roof felt and this 3-tab shingle. From the underside, as the videos show when we were showing you the roof deck, there is only one layer of shingles. I could easily tell that just by the amount of tacks coming through the roof deck. But the one thing that I wanted to show you guys, for the age of this roof is performing exactly as it should. I mean, hopefully this video, coupled with what you can see from the underside, the evidence that there is no water coming in. Again, I'm 44 years old. I've been changing these roofs for the last 25 years in this area, and I can tell you that when you get on these 3-tab shingles in this area, again, we're 40 minutes off of the Atlantic coast, it is very unlikely that you would get on a roof this age with a 3-tab shingle and see what I'm showing you as we go through this roof surface, which is that you don't have even any shingles that are wind lifted and creasing, let alone missing, right? You don't have any areas where you can step on this roof deck anywhere in its entirety and feel that it was ginger, or feel like your footing is not sure. There are no compromised areas. Now, I will say this, the video demonstrated that it was difficult to get into that portion of the roof. In fact, Brooke was told that it was impossible to get there. That's not the case. You just had to, crawl through some tight spaces, as the video of the underside shows, right? But when we got back to this area, and this was the cause for concern, you can see a little bit of bowing in this area from the ground. But again, that would be what someone thought if they weren't able to view it from the underside, which we were told they did not. And the assumption being that that bowing is from, somehow water getting behind the shingle and causing deterioration. So I want to show you the shingles in that area, okay? They are perfectly overlapped. There is not any evidence whatsoever for any water getting behind these shingles, for any of these shingles being lifted. None of them are missing. None of them are at all creased. This roof is actually performing incredibly for its age. So what I will say lastly is that, as the videos show, and in the state of New Jersey, the beams are not always separated 16 inches. Many times they're separated 24 inches, as is the case with this build. It's an older build, and the construction is older, but code also says that they can install clips along with the 24-inch spacing, and it's still within code. So as the video shows you from the underside, right, all of those clips are installed correctly throughout the entirety of the roof. Look at these pipe collar flashings. Look at the area around the pipe collar on the exterior of the roof, in combination with the shots of the underside, where you could see not even evidence of a drip coming in any of these areas. This chimney stack right here has a, square foot mouth that has been flashed. We showed you from the underside. There is no water coming in anywhere. So, the fact of the matter, if I was called out to inspect this roof for the purpose of, the assumption that the roof needed to be replaced, I wouldn't even be able to come down and, find a way to invoice a repair. Take a look at the valleys. You can see that the higher plane is woven on top of the lower plane. I guarantee you, if you were to tear this roof off, you would not find any tacks within 6 inches of that valley, and you would find this lower side woven up that wall at least 2 feet and then covered over, and you can see it's strike line in the valley. Valley's installed correctly on both sides. And because you see roof cement here at the bottom of the valley, right by this eave, we went and we looked directly under this area, assuming that it could have potentially been an issue with leaking. And I'm going to assume that the homeowner was diligent, saw the deterioration of the shingles at those eaves, and just used roof cement proactively to prevent a leak, because there's no water coming in from the underside. And it looks like that was, you know, sufficient enough to take care of those concerns. And I'll just show you the same area. If you go down here, these two shingles right here would be the ones that are covered with roof cement on the other side. And you can see they're contorted and bent. Again, it's a high traffic area. For a roof with a moderate slope, you know, that's about the highest traffic area as far as water is concerned that the roof takes. But again, just to give you one last glance over this, we could not even find a single shingle that had any evidence of creasing for ever being bent back to provide an opportunity for water to get behind it. Roof is in excellent shape throughout the entirety of the roof space.